Greetings, citizens of Nerdtropolis. Sean Taj here, the mayor of Nerdtropolis, and on this episode of Real Insights, my guests are Snack Shack stars Conor Sherry and Gabriel LaBelle. It's great to meet the both of you. I'm a big fan of both of y'all's work. I'm not gonna lie. Conor, I'm a 90s kid. I love Are You Afraid of the Dark? So it's great to see you in that. Gabe introduced to you in The Fablemans, and just that's one of my favorite films as well. So congrats to both of y'all. Such great careers, and y'all are young, good-looking guys, and y'all have a lot more to go.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, this film, Snack Shack, unexpected surprise, and has become my favorite summer coming-of-the-age film. So many of these movies are out over the years, but this one really caught my attention, and I loved it. So congrats on that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My gosh.
Yeah, I loved everything about it and enjoyed the chemistry between the two of y'all. So did y'all hit it off immediately when y'all first both met? And when was that?
No, Connor and I remember he came in from, we were like in this lodge in Nebraska, and then Connor, and we were having dinner, and Connor came in and sat down, and he just like commented on everything I ate. He was like, you're really gonna eat that? You know, we're going camera ready in like a week, right? You're really gonna eat that?
It is not true. It was quite the opposite. Every time I would get Taco Bell, I would get grilled and flamed by everyone, and he'd be like, you know how many additives are in that bean and cheese burrito? Anyway,
I think wrong with Taco Bell.
Both of those things were incorrect.
It's a great thing.
Along really, really well.
Bonding over Taco Bell. I love that. That's the way to go. When y'all were kids, did y'all have any summer jobs, or what was your way of making money when y'all were much younger than y'all are now?
Gosh, for me, it was always, it was just the neighborhood. I would sell, lemonade stands. I would do everything, dog walking, car washes. God, I was just knocking on it, getting everything I could out of every neighbor. It was insane.
I worked at, when I was 14, I was at an Italian restaurant on the floor. There were like 4 of us there. It was like awesome food, and the chef and owner would cook me a free meal after every shift. So I'd have this like amazing, incredible Italian food like every night. It was awesome.
That's why I don't think I could work at a place with food that's that good, because I would eat it. Like I could never work at Taco Bell. It would be every single day. It would just be terrible. It'd be bad for me.
If you didn't know, Snack Shack is paired with Taco Bell, and it's a dual publicity thing, and we have to plug Taco Bell every interview we're in.
I'm all for it. Hopefully someone delivers some Taco Bell while I'm doing this. I did a lemonade stand as well. That was my way of making money as well. Was there something y'all were trying to save up for?
Oh gosh. Back then I think it was just like to go to 7-Eleven. It was really like a Slurpee and a Nerd's rope. I think that was the big. Yeah. Nothing major.
I didn't spend so much of the money I made in high school. I probably just use it to buy beer or something, so I wouldn't have to ask my parents. Because then they'd be like, "What are you spending the money on?" So it was just easy to have it on my own.
I don't think I saved any. I was just a spender. I still am. It's actually become a problem as I've started working more.
7-Eleven, Taco Bell for you, Connor, is where most of your money went?
Still, to this day, Postmates. Like the last year, it was brutal. It's just food.
You can't go wrong with that. 7-Eleven I love. Actually, my birthday is 7-Eleven, so I always say like that's my day. Y'all are welcome for all the free Slurpees. It's because of me on that day. So that's all for you.
What about you? Do you have any jobs?
So I did lemonade stand, and I worked at a roller rink, a skate park actually. Yeah.
I've never been to a roller rink.
That was back then, but it was a skate park as well. And so we had ramps and stuff. And then I actually I had a band in high school. So I actually would perform on the top of the half pipe.
What'd you play?
I played drums.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So that was my way. But when I was much younger with the lemonade stand, though, I was saving up for a Game Boy Color, a yellow one, and obviously Pokemon Yellow Edition. That's what I wanted. And then in junior high, before Heelys were popular, there were these shoes that became skates, but they literally popped out 2 wheels underneath, and they're really like real skates. They weren't Heelys. They had 2 wheels, and you can skate around with them. So that just kind of dates you
Sounds really
at my
dangerous.
age of I'm a 90s kid. So that was what, was hot for us in elementary school and junior high. So that's what I was saving up for.
That's sweet.
You remember, what was the big thing? I remember I did save up for these. They were called moon shoes. They were like big purple things, and they had like the rubber bands in them, and you could like jump. Those were crazy.
Oh, like springs?
Yeah, they were like these huge boots, moon shoes. They were purple, and you'd like Velcro your foot in, and then you could literally jump on a bunch of rubber bands.
Whoa.
This was huge. This was huge.
And I think it's a Nickelodeon thing too. Nickelodeon was selling. I think it was a Nickelodeon branded thing too with the moon shoes. They had their own thing with they're trying to sell. Those are really cool. I always wanted those, but I think that was out of my savings. I had to save a long time for that Game Boy Color and that Pokemon game.
Oh man, I missed out. I do remember in grade 4 to 7, Neff was very big for kids around me, and they had those full zip up hoodies that you put like over your actual face, and you had like in the eyes. And I remember I went into the mall and I wanted to get one, but it was too big. And they said, but we're going to get a smaller one tomorrow. And I'm like, okay. And I'm at school the next day waiting to get to go to the mall to buy this hoodie. And it's like, there were different variations of each hoodie. And one kid already had one. And I needed the different color. And I show up and fucking Quinn Johnson had the one that I wanted. But he's a bigger kid. He had the medium and I wanted the small. And now I couldn't get it. I couldn't have the same Neff hoodie as Quinn Johnson. So I was really upset.
And that's what I love about this movie. We're talking about stuff from our childhood. And I think that's what Snack Shack is going to do for a lot of generations and audiences. So I have to ask this, what drew y'all to this project? And then how did the two of y'all relate to your characters? Because I see a little bit of y'all as you're talking right now, kind of in the characters I saw on screen.
Oh man, yeah. So much of it, I think I recently realized that growing up in the year I did, my parents were a little granola, if you will. We were vegetarian, that whole thing. So I was
They were liberal.
Silicon Valley. No, but I was the last to get a phone of my friends. Like we had to do chores for a 10-minute like TV little ticket, like sticker charts. So I did spend a lot of my childhood outside, just running around with my friends, playing kick the can, like sit lemonade stands, all that. So when I read this script, that was really cool for me because it felt familiar, despite being in a different kind of time zone. And also just Adam's a brilliant writer, and when I read it for the first time, I just was like flying through it and I couldn't believe it. So there's that. But yeah.
I remember being 14 and getting auditions for to play 14-year-olds. And I remember being really disappointed because none of the dialogue was realistic. I never felt like how I actually lived with my friends. Like the grammar was too correct and none of them ever swore. It was for Disney or Nickelodeon or something. But I remember being like, oh God. And so when Snack Shack came along, it was really like, oh, finally someone did it. Because just the energy of two boys outside walking through their streets, it was so just obviously I like Connor, and we lived that. That's what so many. It's just the dynamic when you're running free range around your neighborhood. And yeah, it's just so entertaining to read. It was really funny. And it was sent to me originally. They wanted me to meet Adam to talk about AJ, but I realized very quickly that wasn't the rule. That was right for me, and Moose was just very much the obvious choice for me.
Yeah, y'all are perfect in this for sure. And I'm gonna tell everyone about this. I see my own childhood in this film, but we definitely gotta meet up in 7-Eleven, grab a Slurpee, then head to Taco Bell. That's what we'll do next time we catch up.
Yeah, let us know, and we'll celebrate your birthday. Get a free Slurpee, and we'll party.
Make a custom fuck dog from those giant 7-Eleven wiener dogs they sell. Hot dogs.
Yeah, foot long fuck dog.
Perfect. Until next time, guys. Y'all take care.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Nice
you.
to meet you.
Once again, this is Sean Taj, the mayor of Nerdtropolis, and stay tuned for more movie news, reviews, interviews, and trailers.